What you're about to see are passionate, dedicated, and trained people practicing and preparing to enter an extreme sporting event that may change their lives. Do not try this on your own without necessary experience and supervision.
Breathe in, breathe out. This moment's what it's all about. Want to be great, your goal awaits. Don't hesitate. Accelerate!
Set for the race, aim to give it all I got. Mind is set, gonna reach the high spot. Working hard in order to fulfill my goal. Nothing can stop me from getting what I'm going for. That's being great. I was working till it's late, so I won't hesitate. Gotta get to first place. Hands on the golden plate. I'll concentrate. Won't hit the brake, just move forward. Accelerate. Welcome, guys. This is Xcellerate. On last week's episode, we saw 11-year-old motorbike racer Tabang grab a trophy for his regional club competition, where he had to endure a grueling day on the track by riding 3 different classes. Today we'll meet 2 BMX riders, 14-year-old Georgina and 17-year-old Manqoba. They belong to a young, fresh, new South African BMX team. Although they belong to a team, they have their own individual dreams and aspirations. And today we'll see what it takes for them to achieve it. Bicycle motocross, or more commonly known as BMX, is a cycle sport performed on BMX bikes, which are light carbon fiber frame bicycles with thin wheels designed to race on a combination of dirt and tar tracks with high steep corners, jumps and hills. Over the next 2 weeks, we'll be looking at BMX racing, which involves 40-second races with 8 competitors racing head-to-head. Can Georgina and Manqoba find their rhythm and pedal their way to the top of their age groups? Let's check it out.
My name's Georgina. I'm 14 years old and I'm in grade 9. I stay in Durban, South Africa, and I live in Sheffield with my mom and my dad, Leanne and Charles Grassi, and my sister Olivia. I'm a BMX rider. Yeah, I got into it and I could ride a bike since I was 3, and I'm just like my dad. He's a real sports junkie and all of that. But yeah, so I started and I just loved it, and then I rode my first Worlds and I won my first Worlds. Yeah, I feel like it's a really good opportunity for me to travel the world. I've loved this sport. Ever since I got onto a bike, I like doing extreme sports. It's really fun. I'm passionate about it and I hope to carry on with it in the future. My biggest dream in life is to go to the Olympics, to represent my country for the Olympics, and hopefully after that be a musician. I'm preparing for the African Continental Champs, the Nationals and the SAs. It's all in one weekend.
My name is Manqoba. I'm from Jelimnyama, close to Maranhill. I'm 17 years old. I'm an elite BMX rider. I've never ever done any sports before. This was just a sport that I fell in love with, which was BMX, because I started riding a bike when I was 4 years old. And then bike was something that I really loved while I was growing up. So I never done any sports, and this is the sport that I'm doing, BMX riding, BMX racing. People that they inspire me, they probably overseas, because they are good riders, they are the best riders. Some of them, they are Olympic champions. So my dream is to get there, is to be in that level. But as soon as I'm working hard, doing my best, giving it all, I'm sure I'll get there. I'm very close to getting that level because I'm working hard, and now I'm an elite rider. I'm doing things that they're doing. I'm doing same performance that they're doing. All I need, maybe next year I should be in that level, because it's only going to take me 2 years to ride with those guys, those fast guys. Those are guys that inspire me. So I only got 2 years and I will be riding with them. When I do the sports, I feel so happy. I feel so calm. I feel like I'm so special. because I'm doing something that I really love. I'm really in love with, and something that I'm doing it for love. So I feel very good when I'm in my bike, riding that bike. The event that I'm preparing for in the moment is this weekend, which we're going to be having AFCON and SA Champs, which are South African Championships this weekend, in Saturday and Sunday. This event is so important to me because it's a big event. It's an event that's involved everybody that's doing the sports in South Africa, and it's an event that's it's part of my dream because every professional riders that will be down, they will be in that event. So it's a huge event. It's also a last event of the season.
This event's really important for me because, well, I'm racing against older girls. The class is basically 14 and over, so it's the elite girls basically. And getting to beat them, like, it gives me courage, and it gets me ranked, so I could get selected for Worlds. It just gets me selected for things, and yeah. If I win the event, my sponsors would be very proud of me. And it will just give me joy, and it will just give me a better opportunity to get selected for other things, and it'll just give me my KZN colours and obviously maybe other colours as well. If I don't do so well, it's a big disappointment. My training just wasn't enough. So I've got to go home and train even harder. But then I've got to try even harder next year, and yeah, I will be very disappointed, but all I've got to do is try my best, and I'll be very chuffed if I know that I tried my best.
This event is so important to me because it's a big event. It's an event that's involved everybody that's doing the sports in South Africa, and it's an event that's it's part of my dream because every professional riders that will be down, they will be in that event. So it's a huge event. If I win this event that's coming up, I will be so happy and proud of myself, and I'm probably sure my coach will be happy about what I did or what I will be achieving. And also I'll be so proud of myself because it's a big event. If I don't do well, or if things doesn't go according to plan in this event, I'll just tell myself that there's next time, like I always do. It's always going to be next time. Things didn't go so well as planned, so it won't really matter. There's always next time.
After the break, we'll see how these two BMX Xcellerators prepare for their upcoming international and national events. In the meantime, if you have an extreme sport that you'd like us to check out, why not tell us about it on our Facebook page? Who knows? You could become our next Xcelerator. Welcome back, guys. We're popping and wheeling around with two BMX riders, 14-year-old Georgina and 17-year-old Manqoba. They are part of a new South African BMX team and are looking to achieve their own individual goals by preparing for their upcoming international and national events. Let's see what it takes for these two BMX riders to claim a spot on the podium and get a step closer to one day representing their country at the Olympics.
Well, if you're a novice and you're just starting riding, you can wear any shoes, flats or just flats. You need flat pedals. You have to have gloves, a helmet, and long pants and a shirt to race. And goggles help a lot because when the sand gets into your eyes, it's not fun. You can't see. Some of the basic rules of the sport is there's a white line on the sides of the track, and no rider is allowed to pass that white line unless they get disqualified. Also, when you get out of the gate, I think for the first 4 pedals or something, you've got to stay in your lane. You can't just cut across. It's a very dangerous thing to do. There's a lot of risks with the sport. It's really dangerous, but I like doing it, and there's no care for it. At least I end up doing what I love. It costs a lot. It depends what things you're getting. So somebody can buy a bike maybe for a few thousand, but also a lot of the people are humble and they just take what they can get. But and I really support that. But it's nice having a really like the best components and helmets and stuff, and it costs a lot. My parents drive me to all my competitions. My parents have paid ever since I started riding. My parents are very supportive. They give up a lot of their time. My dad goes to Joburg quite a lot, so my mom has to trek me to Giba all the time. Yeah, a lot of commitment.
We give Georgina all the support we can give her. Besides the time, which is probably the biggest part of the support, it requires a lot of time and commitment from our side as parents. There's the financial support as well. As long as we can see she's progressing and she's getting, she's meeting her goals, we will do what we can to help her achieve her goals. There's times where she's disappointed that maybe she hasn't received the or had the outcome that she was expecting. We've just, we try and just teach our kids that there's next time, take a lesson from it, see where you went wrong, assess your race, assess the situation, and see how you can better it the next time.
My dad, he's like my coach. He's the one who pushed me from the start into the sport, and he just pushes me to do my best in the sport. And I have a really good close relationship to my dad because we like the same. I'm like his double. And then I've got another coach on the track, like with gates and all of that, and his name's TJ, Tyron Jones. And I've got a really also strong relationship with him. He always helps me with everything I need to do and what I need to change on the track. And yeah.
The reason I think Georgina's good at the sports is that she's very dedicated in her training. She likes to be extreme and go fast. She likes all those sort of things. So to be competitive and good at the sport, you need to have a bit of an adrenaline junkie as such, So she's got all of those traits, and she trains hard and she's dedicated and she enjoys the speed, enjoys jumping. So the technical side, which gets harder and harder as you get to the higher levels, she enjoys that challenge. So I really think that's what makes her good at the sport. The upcoming event is really a huge event for Africa and for South Africa, and for us to host it here at Giba Gorge. It's the biggest UCI continental event that we have for BMX on the continent, and for us to do that, it gets the elites and junior elites UCI points, which they can use to qualify to go race at the World Championship next year. What I think that it means to Georgina, so it means a lot. She's been training all year really hard to build up for this event. It's the highest achievement that you can get for the year. To win the SA title and then the African Continental title, it's big. It's a huge achievement. So, and it goes far in that it really looks good. Nationally and on the international stage, that you are number one in your country and you are number one on your continent, because what's next is going overseas and competing against the rest of the number ones for their continent and for their country. So, she's trained really hard, and I think that, she's really excited and looking forward to the event.
My parents are very supportive about the sports. And they're very proud of what I'm doing because it's a great thing. It's something that they also like, especially when I went overseas. They were very happy and excited and proud. So my parents, they're very supportive.
Manqoba siyamsupport ukuthi enze sport sakhe. Mina nobaba siyamnika imali agibele itaxi ahambe aye egymini. Siyamkhuthaza ukuthi aqhubeke isport sakhe baba. Siyasithanda nathi sabazali. Ewina amabhasikili uyajabula. Umanqoba ewina amabhasikili uyajabula. Umanqoba simbonisa awina amabhasikilini. Nase South Africa nje apha number 1 amele South Africa. Manqoba mebuya phethe imedali siyajabula siqhenye ngaye ngoba umntwana uwinayo.
My future plans is to make it to the Olympics in 2020 and get a gold medal and make friends and country proud, and especially my coach. Those are most important people in my life in this moment, in this world, and they've been there for me. So I just wanna make it. My goal is to make it through the Olympics and be there, get that gold medal.
The reason I think Manqoba is good at the sports is definitely his passion. Coming from a local community just outside of Giba Gorge, his dedication is a lot more than maybe some of the kids that are within the sport. You know, Manqoba has to go to school and then he has to get on a bicycle. He has to ride, whether it's raining, whether it's storming, whether it's hot, whether it's cold. He has to overcome a lot more than what more of the affluent kids have to overcome. So that really, I think, will stand him in good stead for the future. He's been with me now about 6 years, and I could tell right from the beginning, with his dedication, that he was going to go far. He never shirks from any part of his training, whether I have them doing sprints at night under the lights, whether I have them doing any fitness, whether I have them doing any strength work. He's leading, he's pushing, he's always trying to give everything that he can. So I'm really happy with his dedication to training, and his dedication to the sport. The upcoming event, means to me and Manqoba, it means a lot. He really this year has stepped up the training. He's really dedicated to the sport. He's given everything he can, and now with it being a first-year junior, it's his first opportunity to get UCI points, to get recognized internationally as a junior elite man. So, a lot goes into this event. This is also his home track. He lives just outside of Giba Gorge, so he's here, more than most kids are, 4 or 5 times a week, and he's really put in the time. He knows the track, he knows the conditions, so I really think that, he's going to do well in this event.
After the break, we'll continue with these 2 BMX Xcellerators. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Xcellerate. We are kicking up dust with Georgina and popping up ties with 17-year-old Manqoba. Do Georgina and Manqoba have what it takes to go into the next event prepared and focused? Let's find out.
I spend so much time in these sports, especially per week. I go like 3 times a week. Yes, because it's something that I really love to do, something that's doing it for life, so I spend so much time in the track. Now I'm just training, just keep my legs going, working on my gats, working on my track speed, because I'm going to get ready for a competition that is coming up in October, which is going to be SA Champ. So I'm working on my strength, I'm checking how strong I am and fixing some few mistakes that I need to fix and see where I'm lacking. So that's what I'm working on today. Just track speed. The biggest lesson that the sport has gave me or has taught me, it's an experience or an inspiration of people behind me by support, and also bring out of the world, going on seas, being far away from my country, from everything. So that's the lesson I got from the sports, and inspiration from people, and also to see that people, they really care about what you're doing and they're proud.
Well, I live like an hour away from this main track. All of the other tracks are also like an hour away, to like 45 minutes. So I come every Thursday. I used to come every Wednesday. Saturdays sometimes, and Sundays when I race. I also spin, like on the spinning bikes when I can, when it's like raining or something. But I also do some sprints, like road sprints outside, up and down the hill. Every morning now I wake up at like 5 in the morning to study, and I study as long as I can before the test, depends on what test it is. And with homework, if I've had a really like busy week, I might just leave some homework and do it during break, because I'd rather spend my break maybe doing homework when I can instead of like staying up late at night trying to get it all done. I'm hoping to ride in the Junior Olympics coming up. Yeah, I'm training hard for it, and I want to go to the normal Olympics and yeah, be one of the supercross riders in the supercross circuit, and yeah.
I think Georgina's chances of winning in this event are very high. She's one of the most talented girls, young females that we do have in the country, and she trains really hard. So I think with Giba Gorge being quite a technical track, it helps her, you know, as well, in that her technical skills are right up there. And also a lot of her training is done here at Giba Gorge. So, you know, she knows the track really well, she knows the conditions well, she knows everything. So everything's really lined up for her to really have a good go at taking the championship. If we don't get the desired result out of the event that we're looking at, we'll go back and reflect on what we did right and what we did wrong, you know. You can't always get everything right. Sometimes it could be a mechanical fault, sometimes it could be a physical fault, sometimes emotional fault. So you know, you definitely have to take some time to let emotions settle and then reflect on what happened and how it happened and what we can do better in the next time to get our desired result.
The biggest lesson the sport has taught me is to be humble and be a good sport. And watching other riders that maybe can't afford to get the same bikes and stuff, and they try their best with what they've got, it gives me so much like fulfillment that other people in the sport are also humble with what they do, and yeah.
Next week, Georgina and Manqoba have a grueling race weekend. We'll see if their preparations have paid off. You don't want to miss this one. In the meantime, check out our Facebook page for more news and views.